Hello everybody and welcome back to the Snapthis channel, and today we've got some interesting news that's floating around the Snapchat community. So let's get started to the year of 2021 with some exciting Snapchat news. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Carl Lightning and today I'm going to be talking to you everything Snapchat and things you should know about that have gone under the radar in the application. These are major changes and definitely something you should know about. I think it's gone in so silently due to the fact that profiles have just been released, so now users can create public profiles and share content publicly, and that wasn't something you could do before. But these parts are going back to the core parts of Snapchat, which are those red messages and purple messages. There's been some changes that you definitely should know about, so I'm going to get into the news with that today. And also at the end of the video, I've got a rumour on the block that I think you're all going to enjoy. Now the first thing I'd like to talk about is you can now delete snaps, whether they be the red snaps, which are photos or videos without audio, or actual videos that you sent to a friend. And this means now if you've accidentally sent it to the wrong person or sent something you didn't mean to, then you can now remove these on your own device. This has been working for me for about a couple of weeks now. It came in just before Christmas, and obviously I wanted to wait till the new year to bring a new show out. So that's why I haven't brought it out straight away, but this is live in the iPhone version, so iOS you will be able to find this. Obviously Android, it differs between device if you have it or not, but just make sure your app is up to date to see if you have these features. Now to do this, all you've got to do is send a Snapchat and then go back into the messages where you can see that it's been delivered, and then if it hasn't been read, you can revoke it by pushing and holding on that snap, and you now have the option to delete, and that will remove it. The person on the other end will be notified that a snap was deleted, but this just works a bit like how the messages do. So if you sent a blue message, this also can be deleted. So any content now that you send to a friend can be pulled back and deleted, and as long as they didn't read it, then they didn't see it. Now this feature and ability to delete photos and videos that you've sent to somebody on Snapchat was definitely a must-needed feature. When you get to know social media, you hear about the horror stories and the fears that it can have on your life when you've done something inappropriate or just wrong on the platforms. And I'm not talking about Snapchat, I'm actually talking about the internet and social media as a whole. There's a lot out there. Now, if you had sent something on Snapchat that you wanted to revoke previously, it wasn't possible, and I'm not even sure if Snapchat support had the power to. Just knowing how the app was set up in 2014, it was all about privacy, so I didn't even know if they could do that. So giving us the ability now, and it works perfectly fine. Like I said, as long as the person hasn't opened it, it technically really didn't happen. Now, not to make the Snapthis show super dark about all the scary stuff about social media, it does show though that Snapchat are looking into how to make social media and the internet a better place, and where they can do their bit to make sure that everything is safe and happy. The next sneaky feature that's coming to Snapchat is the ability to save these snaps, the red ones, into the chat now directly. So if you've sent a red snap and there is a criteria it has to meet, people can now save it into the chats. Now all you need to know about this feature is if you set it to unlimited, so when you send a red snap, which is a photograph, you have the choice of sending up from 1 second to 10 seconds or infinite. If it's between 1 and 10, after the 10 seconds expires, it will then minimize and it will disappear. Unless if they replay it and screenshot it, that's the only way they can keep it forever. But of course, the screenshot is going to be permanent and you get a notification. Now, whenever you send a photograph in Snapchat, which of course is the red snap, if you choose the infinite timer, this can now be saved into the chats. Not only can the person view it for as long as they like, they can now save it into the chat that you have sent it to, which I think is a really cool feature, because if you're talking about something and one of your friends decides to add a photograph and they've sent it on unlimited, you can now save it in and it brings all that context into the conversation. And then of course, if you save it or use 24-hour chat, it's going to make sense if you scroll up and see what you were talking about. Please be aware though that snaps can be saved just like the pictures from the camera roll section. So if you push and hold on one, you can then do save to camera roll, and then now that snap has been exported onto that person's device. But of course you still get the notification, so you know something has been taken off. So next time you send in Snapchats, just make sure you know, do you want it to be saved in the future, or do you trust that 10 seconds that no one's going to screenshot it? So there's the options you've got. It's a really good feature. I usually leave myself on unlimited, but I know what I want to send on Snapchat. So just be aware of it next time, because obviously your snaps can now be saved and exported without needing a screenshot. But remember, there is always those messages, and like with the first feature, it always lets you know when something goes on in the chat, whether something's been deleted or saved. Now I'm filming this next section 2 days in the future from the recording date, just on the fact that things have changed since I started editing this video. And you can tell by the way I've dressed the set that it's a little bit darker, and that's because we're going to be talking about a dark mode coming to Snapchat. Yes, you heard me correct. There is a dark mode being tested in Snapchat at this current time. So there's no confirmation, but Snapchat never confirm any of these small features in like a comms or anything. This is why we're bringing you the news today. Now, one of my reliable sources has sent me loads of screenshots, and he's sort of the person that doesn't make mock-ups like myself, so I can confirm that he's had it in his app. And of course, it is on the iOS testing at the moment. You can see by the wording from this screenshot that it says iOS device, so I'm not sure about Android, how long and how far Android will be behind the iOS version. It'd be nice if they could roll them out together, because dark mode isn't really a feature locked to iOS. Some Android devices do it for Instagram and Twitter now, and this is why I think it's a good time for Snapchat to do a dark mode, as it seems to be the industry standard when it comes to app development. Now, of course, in the Snapchat settings, you'll be able to have the dark mode, you'll also be able to have the light mode, and you'll also be able to switch between the versions, whether your phone is in dark mode or light mode in the actual software. Now, who knows if this is actually a community update, and this is where the community has nagged Snapchat enough to put a feature in that now they've decided actually the community wants it, the community are going to get it. And it's fab to see. Not only have I seen most of my comments in my videos always like, when's dark mode coming? I don't know, because I don't work for Snapchat. However, I have made a few mock-up videos in the past that have slowly got these made-up features in the app. So am I a soothsayer? Who knows? But I did do a video about dark mode, and this is what I said it would look like. I went for a very dark bluey colour. I just like that one when I'm writing documents. I prefer that over the black, but this is what Snapchat have gone for, and this is a screenshot from my friend John. He had dark mode for a couple of days, and this is what he sent me to show the dark mode. And it is a reliable source, and I've had a few screenshots over the last couple of weekends come into my Twitter with different screenshots, but I couldn't believe it because I was like, oh, there's only that settings box and none actually of the Snapchat app. But now John has confirmed that to me. This is something we can expect to see in 2021, which is very exciting. So I hope this video helps. It is here to just let you know about the new properties of Snapchat when deleting videos and snaps. You've also got the ability now to save unlimited timed snaps into the chats, which again are going to be two useful features that I think we needed in the application, not only for our privacy, but just for the consistency of conversations. I think it's going to help with that continuity. Whenever you're scrolling up through chats, those photos that you wanted in the chat are now going to be there. And then finally, of course, at the beginning of the video, I didn't know that this rumor was going to become a tested actual feature in Snapchat, so it's good to actually reflect and see that this is a feature that the community has wanted, and we're finally, hopefully, going to get it. I'm using my words wisely because they might just ditch it straight away. They might go, actually, it didn't work, but I can't see them doing that. But let's say, fingers crossed, keep the eyes on your settings and see if you can see the app preferences to see if the option is there. John said to me that it is in the settings side of things, and that's where you get this menu here, and that's how you can choose the application. So I'm super excited to see if that feature does get rolled out, but that's everything I've got for early January news. I guess the year of 2021 with all the Snapchat news is going to be very exciting, so if you are going to stick around, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Carl Lightning and I run the Snapthis show, and if you've enjoyed today's video, then leave us a like and let us know in the comment section below, what do you think about today's video? Are those features that allow us to retract Snapchats any good? What do you think of the dark mode? Have you got it? Let's hear what the community's got. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.